Hey guys, I'm super excited that you're joining me today. I am here with Lucy Wahl, and she's a professional organizer with a whole bunch of expertise in people who live in high rise apartment complexes with little tiny spaces and super busy professionals. I'm super excited that she's joining us. And please help me welcome Lucy Wahl.
Hi, everybody.
How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
If you have had a hobby that you once used or you once did and you had crafts or something and you're not using it anymore, because I'm curious to know what your hobby or your thing was that you're not doing anymore. And you know what? You're not alone. This is something that I cannot tell you how many people are dealing with clutter at just various levels.
Oh,
And I can't tell you how many high achievers there are that they go, 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 and they give, give, give to everyone else. And then they get home and they're like, "Oh, I'm so exhausted. I just don't have time to do it for myself."
yes. And I would say sometimes it looks like someone who's very successful has it all figured out. I am here to tell you that people struggle with clutter across the entire spectrum of jobs, socioeconomic status, everything. This is something that a lot of people are struggling with. I just did a consultation for a wonderful client in a very wealthy suburb, two highly competent professionals with four kids. And as I was leaving, she ran out the door after me and she said, "You just have to tell me, how bad is it?" And my heart broke because this is somebody who's so smart and feels like they should be able to figure this out. And they feel terrible and like they're the only one that's struggling with it. And I am here to tell you, like, modern life is tough. People do not have this figured out. That's why I'm here to help.
Another side of this that we don't talk about, and this is in the online creation world. I've been a content creator for the last 7 years. We do lots and lots of content and shows and podcasts and all this stuff. But there are a lot of brand deals that are done. And so people will send you products for free and then they hope you evaluate them and review them and things like that. And I cannot tell you, I'm in a thicket right now with a whole bunch of other content creators where they have gobs of stuff that have been shipped in from brand
Mhm.
deals, and so then they did a review about it, and now they got like 5 or 6 of the same item, but it's brand new. It's a great item, and they reviewed it and they loved it, but they got 5 or 6 of those items, so they don't wanna get rid of any of them. And in all fairness to the client, if the client calls them again and says, "Hey, can you give me another review or whatever?" They don't wanna get rid of the item. So now they're stuck with all this stuff and it's piling outside up the walls of their house in boxes, and it's piling out into the other rooms and they're tripping on it. It's not organized and it's just a mess.
Yeah, that's so frustrating. I also see that with people who participate in multi-level marketing companies where
Uh-huh.
you need to purchase the inventory and store it yourself in order to sell to your customers. And that's a tough one. I had a really fun, I've had a couple clients with that sort of struggle. And it's kind of fun sort of figuring out, okay, this company is just like sending so much stuff at you and they're sending you marketing materials and ideas and bring this to your party and send this to your people and sort of helping
Mhm.
people like focus in on what works for their business and what they can just let go because the company is going to send you more things than you could ever possibly dream of using.
Well, and it's interesting for the brand deals that we've been working with, for people that are brand deals. We're asking right now, once you've made the B-roll, can we archive that B-roll so you can use that B-roll again without hanging on to the physical tangible object? Or
Yeah.
can you request from the brand deal that once I make this video, I can do a giveaway, and because this was the special item or whatever that we had, that we can then give that away at the end, like, "Hey, this is the product I used in this video," and then give it away and get rid of it.
Yeah,
So there
that's a great
are,
solution.
and it's with permission. I know for a fact that in my business, when people send us stuff, they sign a release that says we can give it away. And so my first go-to is I give it away to staff, and we have giveaways in our office where team members can say, "I want that. I'm going to speak for that," or whatever. Or then we give it away as we have what we call Lousy Prize Monday. And so on on Monday, we pick random things that people sent us and we give them away to somebody who picks the highest number or whatever. So
That's
there are
amazing.
different ways of getting rid of it, but help us understand that. What happens when somebody who loves to craft has been overtaken by another person in the family who also loves to craft and has taken over that space?
Yeah, that's tough. What that says to me is there's a need for a conversation about what people are really loving to do and how you can work together to accommodate that in one space. I think what I see in my work is people seem to not want to take the time to sit down to talk about very mundane things. It's kind of like
Mhm.
we're all working, we're trying to raise families, we're trying to do things. I don't have time to sit down and talk about where my stuff goes. It seems irrelevant. But this is the kind of stuff that can start like relationship issues, honestly. Like it can start conflict. It can stress you out. I could see this person is hurting a little bit, right? Like I want to be doing my craft and I feel like I've been overtaken and I don't know what to do. And whether it's bringing in a third party, like an organizer, like, hey, let's bring in an organizer and organize our spare room. Or maybe it's like bringing in a therapist, like, let's have a conversation. Or maybe it's just like you sit down and go, hey, I know you love your hobby and I love my hobby. How can we work together to figure out how both of our hobbies can coexist in our home? And I always love this phrasing that I've heard from Joshua Fields Milburn, who's one of the minimalists. And he says, the phrase I use is, would you be willing? So
Mhm.
instead of, I can't figure out what to do, get your stuff out of here, it's, would you be willing to talk to me about where our stuff is being stored and how we can share this space for both of our hobbies?
I have learned so much today and I've had so much fun.
Oh,
I want to thank you guys for showing up and I want to thank you guys for believing in me. And I appreciate you guys believing in me. And I believe in you guys as well. And I want to remind you that you're not alone in this journey. And if you need help, it's okay to ask for help because that's what all the professionals do. So please don't be shamed. Don't think twice about it. Have a great week. And thank you, Lucy.
thank you.